I've bought a surprise car. Right, no messing about today. We've got a lot to do. Look at all these goodies.
Well, I've got another goodie to put out. I'm using it.
What's that?
Battery charger.
I mean, we haven't been given it. I did buy it.
These are that good. Dad went and bought one with his own money.
We've got an exciting video for you today. May not be exciting, so stay tuned to find out which of my fleet is broken. Yet again, my t-shirt might give that away. How to fix the steering on your smart car in less than 5 minutes. Cheaply and at home before you spend lots of money. Do this first.
Just a stroke of luck, dude.
Yeah, well, do this first. And which car won the Hagerty UK Festival of the Unexceptional 2026?
I don't know that yet.
Well, that's all coming up in this podcast. But before we do that, we'll have an introduction. Hello.
Hello, son.
How are you?
Well, things look good. I've got white shoes, as you said.
Yes.
I've got some beige-ish shorts.
Yes.
Which are getting to the end of their tether.
Yes.
Why do I always wear my left leg out? Now, what's that all about?
I don't know.
It's always my left leg that wears
I
out.
don't know. And you've got your purple t-shirt on.
It's not
as well.
purple, it's blue.
You've got your Pistons uniform on. How are you? You okay? Yeah.
Been better, been worse.
It's windy in the workshop.
Yeah, it's not raining yet,
Not
though.
raining yet, but it's blowing up for rain because obviously we're about to film
We've got
a podcast.
an audience, though.
Who's watching?
It's a Starling watching. He's going to go back to his friends and say, I saw some legends.
I saw some legends. It's the July Roundup of Pistons, the podcast. Doesn't seem 5 minutes since we were filming the last one, to be fair. We've not really
Doesn't
done
seem 5
much
minutes since it was Christmas.
in between. Quick fire stats from July 2026. Are you ready? I'm not going to ask you to guess how many views because you'll say something silly like you always do. 126,000 views. That's pretty stable, you know.
That was me and your mum.
Just watching the channel over and over again. Oh, we're really proud. 300.
No. How did we produce such a dick?
All right, cheers.
Where did we go wrong?
You know all the people in the comments that like slating me and being like, "Dad's the hard work." What? I see how they're getting the the green light to do that. Now. 363 new people who have joined the Coupland clan this month on the subscribers. What have you got to say to your new subscribers?
Welcome aboard, folks.
Oh, I like that. As we always do, guess what was the most popular video on the channel this month?
Something to do with air conditioning.
Something to do with air conditioning. 3 months on the go. It's the Peugeot 406.
There's one of them at the festival here.
There was.
A good one.
Yeah,
was it a diesel?
Pass.
Yeah.
Dunno. In fact, there was two of them.
Was there?
There was one in your green.
That red one wasn't there.
I know, and there was a white one.
Yeah, I see
Which
the
I
white
think
one.
was the white one we missed out on buying earlier this year. But anyway, more about that story later when we talk about the Festival of the Unexceptional. But yes, the most popular video on the channel, the Peugeot 406 Aircon again. Stay tuned, by the way, because we're going to be filming an update video on that. Well, after this, to be honest with you.
That'll not take long.
Well, no, we've got to make it. We've got to do some sort of production with it. This is what you do. This is the kit.
Oh yeah.
Now here's an update.
Not doing it again.
Now it's still working.
I'm not doing it again. They have to bring out some old footage back.
Why has John suddenly gained 8 stone? And then the second most popular video on the channel. What do you reckon this month?
Oh, the smart car.
Yeah, it was. It was us whacking in a VVT solenoid into a smart.
Is it still all right?
We will find out when we talk about that in just a minute's time.
Fitted with a hammer.
Well, you want to talk about that now, do you?
We'll talk about anything, mate.
It's pretty much been Smart 4.2 Central on the channel this month. And you're right, we did quite a few things
Did you ever get your shirt washed clean?
to the car. Yeah, came straight out.
Did it?
Yeah. Because I got oil all on my posh shirt, didn't I?
I'm surprised
Stuck
it came
it through the
out.
washer and it came out. And I didn't put it straight in
And
when
it
I went
didn't leave
home.
a little greasy mark?
Nope. So either the oil's no good or my washer's fantastic.
Or your shirt's oil resistant.
Well, it could be, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Thinking
In
about
case
that.
you chuck oil at your receptionist when he's annoying you.
Yeah, the most popular video after the aircon was VVT solenoids.
You got your oil can, here comes a receptionist.
We fitted the VVT solenoid. You were there saying it'll take 5 minutes, and it is literally what, a bolt and a clip. It was to replace the original VVT solenoid. Can you explain to me what a VVT solenoid does? Something to do with the timing, right?
Right, on the smart car, on your inlet, it's got an adjustable pulley, so it can change the timing of the inlet camshaft. And that solenoid is what works it. and it gets a little. It's got oil fed to it, and it's got a signal from the ECU when the ECU decides that it wants to change the valve timing, and it pulses it, and it lets more oil through or lets oil out, lets oil in, lets oil out.
And it wasn't working correctly, we don't think, because I kept getting the P0012
Your valve timing was wrong.
Valve timing issue, and the reason it's done so well, this video, in my opinion, is because it's, well, a £25 part. We bought one from China, Yusong or whatever his name was, Ying Song, and it took a month to come, but it was 25 quid versus a genuine OEM Mercedes-Benz one. Sorry, Sam and the team, which was nearly 200 quid.
Yeah, but in all fairness, Sam sent us the diagnostic trail.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we followed the diagnostic trail, and it says this solenoid's faulty.
If you know,
touch wood.
if you know what we do, we don't parts bomb unnecessarily. So we did the diagnostic, as you say, that Sam sent us, and it came to, yeah, actually, boys, replace the VVT solenoid. And
the problem is, when you've changed that, then you've got to get onto the technical at the factory. We've just been through the diagnostics and we've put the solenoid in. And they'll say, oh yeah, we know what that is.
yeah. So replacing the VVT solenoid in the Smart, and we did loads of work on it. Not only did we do that, then we did a DIY service, which is going really well as well. What did I do? I replaced the cabin filter, air filter, and then you replaced the spark plugs. We replaced the oil filter.
Why didn't you replace the spark plugs?
Because it required apprentice level knowledge, and I'm still serviced receptionist.
Oh God! I say you've taken an apprentice and took all his knowledge away and made a receptionist.
Yeah.
Sorry, receptionist. I don't mean that really.
So we did that DIY service on the Smart 451, and actually drives really nicely. Could be a placebo. I always think that after an oil and filter change, cars sound
That's why
quieter.
motorbikes go better when you've cleaned them.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. What the placebos. But for the sake of 100 quid, we've done a good old service on
Have
the
you got
car.
any pictures of post boxes for people to see?
Excuse me. Look at this,
Oh,
what I've written here.
I'm jumping the gun.
Postbox Interlude. So we'll come to that in a minute. And then we did the steering on the Smart. So let's just go through this. VVT solenoid. Happy with that?
Well, I'm pleased it's worked, yes.
Lots of people saying, why didn't we sort of, because it didn't fit amazingly well, why didn't we sort of
I was a bit
wet and dry
wary
it off?
about getting some gubbins in it.
Do you think it is never going to come out ever again?
No, it's not that tight, is it? Because you could turn it.
Right, so that's that
I was
job.
a bit wary about taking some emery cloth to it in case I buggered it up.
Yeah, I understand. The service, happy with that? That was a good afternoon's work, wasn't it?
You said it goes better.
It does go better. Well, we'd never done it in
Not really.
in our
We was
life.
too busy making the brakes work. Because you bought it with no brakes.
I was too busy putting floor mats in it. And then, explain to me how this works. I don't know, you don't know, anybody explain this to me. The steering on the Smart was effectively pulling to the left. It just wanted to piss off down the camber into wherever, but it was doing that all the time. First thing you said to me, no trickery, when I was having a cup of tea and whatever, was first thing we'll do is swap the wheels over. And they fixed it.
Yeah.
But how?
Because it just does. Often it does it.
Watch that video if you've got an issue.
Something to do with the tyres, isn't it?
Yeah, watch that video if you've got an issue with your
It
car.
might start doing it again. Then we should have to swap the wheels over. It
Front
might
to
be
back.
something to do with those knee can't swap them front to back, can you?
Why?
Because they're different sizes, aren't they?
Nope, not on my 4.2. They are on my 4.51. Not on my 4.
Oh.
Not on.
I've
Sorry,
learned something.
that's a lie. They aren't. They're all the same size on the orange Smart, but on the 450, the purple Smart,
Yeah,
they
it's
are
got great big
staggered
ones on the
offset.
back.
Yeah. Basically, I think the takeaway is if you've got a car and all of a sudden it's pulling
Well, not all of a
unusually after you've replaced the tyres, swap them around.
It might be the
First.
fact that you've got the cheapest tyres that are available on the planet.
Yeah, well, it's funny you should say that because I've had a plan for my next video when I need to replace some tyres on a car. We're going to do the opposite.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to replace a full set of tyres
Yeah.
and we're going to get the best top
Can I bring
dollar
something
one.
to the table?
Yeah,
Can I bring it now?
yeah,
Am I allowed to go?
yeah. This is where we should have had a Postbox interlude.
I just want everybody to see this.
What on earth is that? Is that for your unicycle?
There we go. Let's let the people have a look at that.
Please now regard. What is it, please?
It's a tyre for the back of the Tiger.
Oh, you've worn yours out?
It's on the way.
On the way. How much was that?
£147.
Blah, I could get a set of 4 for that.
Yeah, and then they all pull to the side.
No, but the next time we need tyres, I'm going to buy the most expensive.
I get
Best
my bike
brand.
tyres from Demon Tweaks.
Demon Tweaks?
I recommend Demon Tweaks.
Comment down below.
Fantastic service, and the prices are competitive.
Oh, right, there you go. Comment down below the best tyre brand.
That's a matter of personal opinion,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's like coffee,
what is it?
isn't
Continental,
It's like
Michelin.
that thing's
Goodyear.
horrible since I put ditch finders on it.
What, noisy? Or
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking. A lot of it is quality on tyres.
It was on the original Continentals.
My friend Paul Cowland reached out to me
Oh, did
and
it?
said, John, put some good tyres on and it'll make the world of difference. So that's something for an upcoming video. It's all right, isn't it?
Michelin.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, there you go. No wonder it was lots of money. But anyway, comment down below, tyres, what do you
buying
reckon?
blooming rubbish tyres when that's the only thing stopping me from being on my backside.
Then why do you let me buy ditch finders?
Because you can't fall off your boat car.
No, that's true. So we had a whole month worth of working on the Smart. Are we doing anything else to the Smart? No, not really, are we? We've got to look at that panoramic roof thing, but that's
No, that's not my field of expertise.
a job for another day. We shall move on then, because it's been the summer and we've had a whole host of car shows. And last year and the year before, I didn't really go to any, so I'm enjoying it this year, taking a few cars out and about. You and I went to the Baston car show in my Toyota MR2, good day out. That was last month. And then my lady friend and I experienced our first car show together. She went to her very first car show.
Is she not your lady friend anymore?
No, she absolutely loved it.
Talking about car shows, a good friend of yours and mine was asking me if you were going to the Boston one.
Well, we'll talk about that later on. But we went to a brand new show together. It was the Lincolnshire Classic Car Show. Guess what that was all about?
Classic cars.
It was classic cars in Lincolnshire. It was held at the Lincolnshire Showground. It was a brand new show. It was held by the sort of same people that
You
put
only
on...
went because there's a Proton rally car there.
Oh, I didn't know that. Stop jumping the gun. Have you read my script?
I've been watching your videos.
All right, fair enough, thank you. We took the Toyota MR2, it went really well. It's got a bit of a knock on the front near side. I think we're going to have a look at that. There's going to be something we're going to have to replace. Some sort of bush or anti-roll bar link or something. It's donk, 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 donk. Don't say it, I know what you're going to say. We went there and it was a good show, brand new show, had no idea what to expect. It was £11 to get in for the two of us.
That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. Because we'll talk about controversial
And
pricing
you
of
got
car
to see
shows
the
later.
Bangers and Cash team.
Got to see the Bangers and Cash team.
Did they take any vehicles?
Yeah, took quite a few. Yeah, quite a few vehicles. And I didn't know that this was going on, but they were also doing like rally cars.
Yeah, well, one of them rallies, doesn't he?
One of the Mathewsons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, is it Jake? Is his name Jake? Someone in the comments will tell us.
I think maybe they both do a bit. But
Anyway, there was a whole host of rally cars there. They also did you can pay 45 quid
Yeah.
and go out in a rally car for 3 laps. So what's that, £15 a lap?
yeah. I went on one of them do's. It was a works do.
Yeah.
And they took us out in a rally car, and all this bloke did was some handbrake turns on some grass.
Oh.
It wasn't very exciting, really.
Well, it was a proper track.
I had to have a crash hat on for this, but...
Proper setup.
You got more skids coming out of Cadwell Park on a Sunday afternoon.
And I was walking towards the expensive coffee with my lady friend, and all of a sudden, past me, and me stood there as a
Yeah, bugs.
sort of a 10-year-old went, Proton Satria! And
So you didn't buy a coffee, you just went to look at the car?
I did, I stomped off. There was a bright yellow Proton Satria being driven by Roger Priestnell.
Does he rally it in rally things?
It's a genuine ex-Proton Works.
What was the engine? It looked like a 12 valve.
It had originally it was the 1600 engine, and then now it's running a 1400 engine. But yeah, very cool.
It looked like a top of a Magma engine, but the plugs was in a different place.
It's hey, you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah,
I'm not
I was
a
looking at the
mechanic.
video. I thought, well, the plugs were in a different. The top looked like a Magma, but the plugs was in a different place.
It had a Proton engine in
I
it.
see it got the distributor stuck on the end, all the coil pack stuck on the end.
Yeah.
Like,
Same gearbox, proper. All the gearbox is the same.
Under the engine, it looked like one of your.
But
Satrias.
it got proper sort of like Proton Works.
Yeah.
It was an ex-rally car. It wasn't something that we could have knocked up in the shed. It had the proper Hockley Motorsport, works going on. And shout out to Roger and Jamie as well, who was there, who race it. Roger, in all fairness, was like, yeah, come out in it, blah, 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 blah. And then by the end of the day, by the time...
Has it got Impian brakes on it though? Because I was having trouble with the brakes, so I'm wondering if there are Impian brakes on it.
Standard Proton brakes.
No, they weren't. I looked at
they
the
were
suspension.
Lotus brakes, weren't they?
It was coilovers and all sorts of fancy calipers.
But they were having a problem with it effectively pissing out brake fluid and all that sort of stuff, and they'd got a problem. So I couldn't go out in the Proton rallying with Roger, but he in fairness, very kindly said, come out, we'll take you out. And he's actually since reached out to me on Facebook and been, hi John, great to meet you. Let me know, we'll go out for a spin.
He wants to take that to an hill climb as well then, doesn't he?
That'd be cool, wouldn't it? But it's great that they use it. He's also got a Suzuki Swift
Oh, smart.
as well. But yeah, Proton Satria, very cool. I expect that when and or if I can do a dedicated video on the Proton Satria rally car, it will do very well. But that was great
Shall
to
we
see.
build a replica? We'll get some yellow paint from Wix and just roll the one and then...
Well, no, because actually when you look at the car, it's very well done.
I know, but we can do our version, can't we?
Sort of like fiberglass bonnet, tailgate. And some of the glass is actually glass as opposed to...
We could do our version though. The shed version.
Watch that. Well, just hold that.
I've got a splitter in the garage. We can nail that to the bottom.
Hold that thought,
No, I'm
because
joshing, dude.
because I do have a silver Audi A4 in my garden, not doing very much. British touring car replica.
Oh, I
Who
can't
knows?
believe
That would be quite cool.
You see, the problem is it's got them little Olympic rings on it, hasn't it?
An Audi, but not the Proton logo.
Yeah.
It would be very off-brand for us to make a replica Audi racing car, but I think it would do quite well. Anyway, that was the Lincolnshire Classic Car Show. I've already booked to say I'm going to go next year. It was a great day. Full video on the channel if you haven't already seen it.
So who's organised it then? Was it
It's just sort of Eventbrite and all these people. I don't know the actual full details, but it's the same people that do Baston Car Show and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
And
so it's not a club then, it was
few
sort
other
of an
things.
events company.
Events company. But very good. For the sake of £11 for two of us to get in,
That's a bargain.
an
isn't it?
absolute bargain.
What do you get for 11 quid for two?
£9 for a bacon bat. Bad times.
Oh yeah, you take a picnic.
But yeah, we didn't pay that. And actually, yes.
Yeah, you know why people have got their camping stove sitting at the back of the car.
Exactly. My new lady friend did say, next time we go to a car show, can we take snacks and a flask? So
it's all right, I'm just watching the wildlife.
I was just going to say, what can you see? So that was the Lincolnshire Classic Car Show. Good times. Right, it's now time for a Postbox interlude. Here's the Postbox. We need a theme tune for the Postbox interlude. Da 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 da. Postbox. Da, da,
I don't know what the Postman Pat theme is.
Well, tell me about your postboxes, please, that you've been seeing this week.
Postman Pat and his black and white car. I went out to Norfolk to look at some postboxes.
Okay.
I went to, I've got the name of the places now. I went to Clyde next to the sea, and I went to some other places, and I can't remember the names of them now.
What bikes did you take?
I only took one.
Okay.
I only took one. I took the Triumph Tiger, mate.
Good.
Yes, I did. I took the Triumph Tiger out to Norfolk.
Have you finished all the postboxes in Lincolnshire then?
Well, no.
So then why did you go to Norfolk?
Well, there's a good one up at Epworth. Well, I had a chance of doing 3 in Norfolk, so I thought I'll nip out to Norfolk.
What was so special about these post boxes?
They're them ones with the big white plate on the front. Ludlow boxes.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Postbox interlude.
There's a Ludlow up at Epworth as well, so I've got
So
to nip up there.
you're planning on finding them?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Good.
But nobody knows about that one I found, and the first one I sent you a picture of. It's in a village.
Nobody knows about
But
it.
it's not been. I've not found it on the internet anywhere.
Oh.
No, not on the Postbox spotting map UK.
And are we going to keep that a secret then?
Well, probably.
Are you worried that it's going to cause an influx
Well,
of
I think
people
the
to that
people who
area?
own the house might be fed up of people turning up to photograph their postbox.
I don't think there's that many people that are going to do that.
Oh, there is, mate. It's a regular thing. There's one been stolen somewhere, and the locals were saying people were always stopping to photograph this postbox.
Oh, maybe it's a conspiracy. Maybe they're casing the joint.
Yeah. There was some people wondered what they were sat outside the cafe in one of the villages, and I pulled up and walked up and was photographing the postbox.
Did they collectively do that?
Well, they didn't speak. The only person that spoke to me was the dog. The people didn't. They just avoid eye contact.
So three good post boxes spotted this week.
Yeah.
For those of people that are new to the channel or aren't following it, tell me about the post box thing, please.
It's just an excuse to ride in motorbike.
That's exactly it. It's an excuse to go out on the motorbikes. Right, let's talk about stuff.
Stuff.
Ta-da!
Stuff.
Look at all this stuff.
We'll save the best till last.
Oh, right, well, I hear you. There's a top secret thing here as well.
Well, I think there's a van full of top secret stuff in there.
Yeah. There is. Right, so things that we've been sent. Let's do a little bit of an interlude. See this box here?
Yeah.
This is a treadmill.
Yes.
It's the walking pad thing.
Yep.
No idea why they've sent me it, but I've got that to try out. It's about 1 million kilograms, and I can't move it on my own, so I need someone to help me lift it out of my van. So
Get your new friend.
it's far too heavy for her to lift. Far too heavy for me to lift.
It is.
But yeah, that's coming up. We've been sent a walking pad. Also, to tie in and to go with the fact that we've now currently got a hose pipe ban, the team at Giraffe Tools sent us a pressure washer. I reached out to the team at Giraffe Tools and said, hey guys, we're not going to be able to do the pressure washer video anytime soon because there's a hose pipe ban. So they've sent us this, which is the wall-mounted vacuum cleaner with remote control.
Whenever I've seen one of these, they're outside somebody's garage who's got a tiled floor and a Porsche, which they wheel out and everything.
Well, this is
one
going
of those integrated tool section things.
We're not going to do that. We're going to put it next to the diesel Chinese heater and have it in the workshop and hoover out protons with it.
Good idea. You're going to use my electricity, are you?
Well, yeah, look at it. It's going to be
Oh
beautiful.
yeah, you can't get to your garage for cars.
This is the workshop. Mine is the storage. That's where the collection is housed.
Are you going to tell people what I was doing while you was trundling around the festival of Unexceptional?
Yeah, when we talk about festival,
Right,
actually,
sorry.
yeah. But you like to jump the gun, don't you? Let's talk about this.
Oh, hey, look, there's.
I know. You're the influencer superstar.
I'm firing ahead, mate.
Yeah, I get that. I understand.
Move on.
We've been sent the wall-mounted vacuum cleaner. I won't lie. Ever since I saw this come up in their product range, I've wanted one, and I've kept dropping a few hints to the team at Giraffe Tools that we'd like one. I think this is going to be good.
I wonder how you empty the thing.
Well, we'll find out when a full video comes to the channel of us fitting it and using it very soon. But that is coming. There are a couple of £100.
You should have seen me carrying it through my house last night.
Bloody heavy, to be honest with you. So we're going to be using that and adding
I got
that.
I got it through the front door. I did have to. You turn it into a wheel.
To the collection. So that's good. I'm excited about that. Are you excited about that?
I am.
Bubbling over.
The garage will be so clean.
And that's it's not for cleaning out garages. It's for cleaning out cars.
It's a shop vac, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's for the cars.
You're not going to take it uptown and clean out a shop, are you? So it's
you know what,
just a word, isn't it?
What did Mum say when we showed her this earlier?
Yeah, you're going to
How are you going to
move
carry that around the house? No, it's a wall-mounted one for the workshop. Anyway, moving on.
Years ago, people invented a system for your home where you had outlets,
Yeah.
but that didn't catch on.
There's a detailer on YouTube. I think he's called OCD Detailer or something like that. And he's got a vacuum system built into his walls.
Yeah.
Where he does the same. He just clicks the hose pipe on and it goes into the wall somewhere.
Them detailing fellas are amazing, really.
And they've got drains built in and all sorts. And you've got to have the hexagonal lights on the roof. So you're either a detailer or a Turkish barber if you've got those lights. There's no in between.
Well,
you know the hex lights? You know which ones I mean?
No, I don't.
They're either in your garage being a detailer or you're a Turkish barber.
I've never been to a barber for many years.
No, that's that. But anyway, Giraffe Tools have sent us that. Thanks to the team at Giraffe Tools. Looking forward to getting that fitted.
Well, if it's anything like the pressure washer, it'll be a wonderful
having
thing.
a play with it and using it in all the videos. Moving on, that well-known brand Asmax has sent me this, and I'm actually
You're chuffed about that, aren't you?
quite happy about this because this is the T20 jump starter and air compressor. I haven't opened it yet because we're going to have to do a full video on it.
I'm a bit disappointed, really.
Why?
I was hoping you was going to say, "That's all right, Dad. I've got one of these."
Well, I had got one of these, but I've blown it up. Not this one, something different. And actually, it's not the jump starter and air inflator all in one. But I've been using it to blow up paddle boards, and I blew it up. Effectively...
Oh, did you blow the jump start bit up then?
Yeah, no, not the jump start, the
compressor.
The compressor.
I've never
it got
used
really hot and went... Psst.
That looks very similar setup to the one that I've got.
Okay, good. So effectively you've got a jump starter built in. It's a lithium-ion battery that you charge up. Jump starter built in, and you've also got... That feels...
I carry one of them on my bike.
Oh, that feels good quality, actually. And then you've got the... valve. It's got a screw-in valve, look, as opposed to a clip-on valve. And then the actual unit itself looks like this.
Let's have a look at it.
It's not as chunky as I expected. Story of my life. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. Here is the Asmax.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Looks like a portable hard
May I
drive.
touch?
There
It
you
looks
go.
like a giant
Have a
power
feel
bank.
of that. Well, that's pretty much what it is, isn't it? Giant power bank.
It's got a torch. No,
7-in-1 jump starter and air compressor. There you go.
Wonderful things, mate, aren't they?
Yeah, very good. So we'll have a bit of a play with that when we need to do it. I need to pump up the tyres on my Proton Satria GTI because they keep going flat, and my Rover 75.
Well, you've got a proper compressor for that, you weirdo.
Oh yeah, but when you...
No, yeah, it's not meant for that, is it? No wonder you've blown it up.
Well, it's not, well, hey, it can do 0 PSI to 40 PSI.
What I'm trying to say
takes
is
about
it's not
7
up to
years.
that, is it?
Well, no, it wasn't up to that, and that's why I blew it up.
Yeah, you only use your proper compressor. You've got 2 compressors at your house.
But anyway, in comparison to the Start Your Bastard 9000s, you know, the big old jump packs.
Yeah, my battery's dying in mine.
Is it?
Yeah, it doesn't.
These things, I think, for the sake of 60 or 70 quid, are remarkable. I always keep one of these in my van now, and then when people at work
How many
go...
of them have you got then? You've only got one?
I've got a few of these.
Yeah,
we'll...
I've only got one.
Well, no, this is the Asmax. This is the T20. But this one has got the jump starter and air compressor,
right.
which means when I go and buy a car and I take stuff with me in my backpack, I normally have to take a jump starter and the air compressor. Now I can take the Asmax.
Sounds good.
There you go. Link in the description, and we're doing a full test. It says you can inflate bicycle tyres, motorcycle tyres, electric tyres, car tyres, wheelchair tyres, and a ball. Jump starter is only for cars and motorcycles, not for wheelchairs.
Or lorries.
Or lorries. Yeah. Anyway, full video coming to the channel very soon. This, I got sent this. Now, I've been sent quite a few of these in my time as a super duper top influencer, and every single one of them I've gone, I don't like that. I'm going to put that in to recycling, in that we sell it on Facebook, and then other people get to use them. But this one, from Lamoto, the RC32.
Oh, I'm going to break the continuity.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
I am using...
And he fitted it himself.
In that I have fitted it to my van.
Does it work?
It's absolutely brilliant. The reason I
Don't
fitted
need to be an expert to fit it.
No, the reason I fitted it to my van is all you do is just plug it in. You don't have to wire it into the battery. You don't have to wire it into the speakers or anything like that.
So you fitted this?
I fitted
by yourself
this
on your own?
By myself on my own. What are you saying?
Anybody can fit one.
Anybody can fit one. Literally, it's got a sticky pad stuck to the dash. It's quite big, but it's got the built-in touchscreen.
If a blithering idiot can fit one, a normal person can.
Yeah, good. Basically, plug it. Look, hey, it even says on here, easy plug and play installation, no modifications required.
Well, it looks
easy
tidy.
Install in most vehicles. Do you think it looked good?
Yeah.
It looks all
so it's
right.
got your sat nav, and it's got its own sat nav, hasn't it?
It's got built in its own GPS.
Yep.
So you can use it on its own. It's got It's got white, like reversing cameras, which I haven't used. I haven't plugged the camera in, to be honest with you, because I don't need a reversing.
You like to back
camera.
into stuff, don't you?
Yeah, exactly, especially in this. And it's got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay.
What's that mean?
Well, it wirelessly connects to my phone, and then if I'm driving and you send me a message, it comes up on the screen.
Oh, right.
Obviously, I don't read it because I'm concentrating on the road. But if I'm using my Google Maps, it comes up straight through there. Do you want to know the best thing about it? This has got the original CD head unit, and it doesn't have Bluetooth. And I wanted to put the audio from that through the van. Guess how it does it?
I don't know.
FM transmitter.
Oh, clever
So it's
thing.
got a built-in FM transmitter
It transmits to your
and
radio.
transmits to your radio.
Does it upset your parrot?
No, doesn't upset the parrot at all. So I can still use my parrot, and I can still use this.
I wonder how parrots have been on the go for years.
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
they?
yeah. So incredible
I
thing.
don't think they do parrots anymore, do
These
they?
are about £150.
Yeah.
This obviously was sent to us to review, thanks to the team at Lamoto. It is a generic Chinesey thing that will be sold by lots of different companies
Yeah.
that buy them in. But out of all of these that I've ever been sent, that's the best one.
And you used it yesterday?
I'm using it. I'm using it in my van. I've fitted it to my vehicle because I don't like aftermarket stuff. I don't like to have to drill the dash. I don't like to have to take the radios out or anything like that, or fit the wiring. And if I want to take it out this afternoon, it will be literally dunk and it's gone. Throw it in the bin, whatever. Put it in a new car. Put it in your Peugeot or whatever. Yeah, very impressed with that. Link in the description for that, and I'll bring you up
It's
to date.
good when you
video.
get sent something that you can honestly say that it's bloody, I'm using it and it's useful.
What
That's the best thing about it.
What I'm hearing is you saying sometimes we get sent stuff that we can't use. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring this in, which is from the team
Seamlessly to the next link.
at EV Dance. Yes, it's the Mode 2 portable electric vehicle charger.
No, we've had a walk round and we haven't found anywhere to use it yet.
No. So the story behind this is the team at EV Dance reached out to me and said, "Hey John, love the content," generic message that we get. "We'd love to send you the EV Dance EV charger."
Yep.
I replied, "That's great, thanks for reaching out to me. There's just one problem. I don't have an electric vehicle." The next email I got, "It's in the post." So this actually is something that we
It's just a charging lead,
can't
is it?
really test on any of our vehicles. However, I'm going to throw this open to the floor. Does anybody have an EV vehicle that they can sort of, well, lend Dad and I, Citroen Amy or something similar?
It's just a charging lead.
It's an EV charging lead, portable.
What do they retail at then?
They're anywhere between £80 and £150.
Yeah.
It's
Some of them are really,
effectively...
really expensive, you know.
Yeah. It's got your plug-in. It's got like the computery bit and the plug-in to the wall and plug into your car. It works on mains 3-pin.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Obviously a very thick insulated cable, and then it plugs into your car.
Because there's different sorts of them plugs as well.
There
isn't
is. It wouldn't work on a Tesla, I don't believe. I think it's for sort of like the EV Peugeots and all that sort of
yeah.
stuff. But we've been sent that, and
Bit of a shame, really.
at the moment we're unable to use it. So if you've got an EV vehicle that you want to lend us for an afternoon, we can plug it in and come and come and hang out and we'll do a video. I mean, it'll take 10 minutes, plug it in, does it work? Yes, thank you very much, see you later. And I don't want to take up all your life, but yeah, the EV Dance electric vehicle quick charge. To be fair, I think that's a good idea because a friend of mine, my lady friend, was looking at getting an EV vehicle, and she said, the reason I've not got an EV vehicle is because I didn't want to pay to have the wall unit fitted, because she's in a rented accommodation.
Yeah.
And she said, I don't want to have to pay and put the value on my landlord's property. Yeah. So that's why I haven't got an EV charger and an EV. There you go. You can buy one of them, can't you?
I never thought
Take
about
it with
that
you.
way. I suppose it doesn't have the amount of, it doesn't charge as quick as one of them things in the wall.
Now, I'm not an expert. It's got adjustable current options, 6 amp, 8 amp and 10 amp. I mean, my attitude would be, if you're away somewhere, you can just plug it in. I mean, go to the Toby Carvery, excuse me, can I plug it in?
No, I don't think they'd let you do that.
Just nip in, plug it in. What's this wire going out to the car park?
Well, if
You've nipped to the Brewers
joking
Fair.
apart, if you went in your EV car to, I don't know, visit your auntie,
Yeah.
she'd say, excuse me, auntie, do you mind if I charge my car up? She'd say, of course you can,
She'd say,
darling.
piss off,
Yeah, use your own electric.
you mooch. Yeah, I think for the sake of it, for the sake of the price, why wouldn't you have one in your car as an emergency?
Yeah.
Because as you quite rightly say, if you have to go and see your nan all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and she lives in a blooming 1-bedroom bungalow
Yes, but she might
with
have
no EV charging.
She'll have a socket somewhere that you can just get you out of a problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you can abstract
Next.
some electricity. Talking about abstracting electricity, ta-da!
no.
You can talk us about this, please, because it's so good, you've bought your own.
As I said about the Optimate, mate,
Helicopter.
when you gave me that one
Yes,
that had been sent by the good people at Pro Bike,
that's it.
I jokingly said to somebody when I was telling them about it, it's so good, I would buy one with my own money. And, well, John's bought me one with his own money.
With your money, you've paid for it, ladies and gentlemen.
And
You've
'cause
bought
they're
that
brilliant.
Optimate. Yep, that's it. So Optimate 6.
So my
we've bought another
Peugeot's
one.
been charged up, my blooming bikes are charged up, everything's charged up.
They are effectively a smart charger, aren't they?
Yeah,
And they're,
but I like the way they rescue batteries.
Yeah, good stuff.
They tell you what you want to hear.
They do the job, don't they?
Yeah. And I've actually put one on a no good battery, and in the end it did tell me, you must be joking.
Is that the
one you left in
Oh,
there.
the one I left here. What about the one that you've taken from?
No, every time
Fiat
you put it
500.
on, it's not very good, and it slowly builds it up. It's never got to I'm okay mode yet.
Fair enough. Check it out. Link in the description. We're banging the drum for Pro Bike and the Optimate 6 because, well, they're bloody brilliant.
I think so.
We've done a lot of chat about stuff. I just want to give you this. I've had this sat in my house since I went to Australia.
Oh, excellent.
For those of you that are Australian or know anything about Australian culture, there you go. That's for you, for the workshop.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
He looks like an Australian useful person. Is he
Ta-da!
Oh, he's got his eye protection on. I'm pleased to see that. These must be a bit like our Screwfix or that, are they?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Or B&Q or something like that. It's an Australian institution.
Billy Bear, Bunnings collectible. That's cool.
It's from Bunnings.
Tell you about the cat hair on. Has your cat been playing with it?
Well, Mop's been where it is in the house. Hold it up to the camera so everyone can see. There you go. That's Billy Bear from Bunnings in Australia.
right.
He's a well-travelled bear. If you don't know,
does he have videos on YouTube?
not yet, no. Or maybe, I don't know, I've not looked. But you can go to Bunnings.
That's cool, John boy.
Anyone that goes to Australia will know Bunnings is an institution. And you collect bears.
I don't know what the rest of the bears in the house will think to an actual bear who's not useless.
He might be a workshop bear.
He's a useful bear.
So
He's a
that's
really useful bear. Thank you, son.
That's stuff that
You
I've
brought me
you.
this back from Australia.
Brought you in back from Australia.
So everybody in Australia that's watching our videos will say, that's a Bunnings bear.
If you tell anybody that's anyone in Australia will know what Bunnings is. I think that means learner.
Oh,
I think
right.
He's like an engine. He's like a apprentice bear.
Yeah, he does stuff bear. He's got his blue jeans on.
Exactly. Right, good. Let's move on then. That's
what I'm
stuff.
going to do is get a green hat and a red shirt in the winter. That can be a really useful bear.
Let's move on because we've done a lot of talking about stuff and we've got a lot more to talk about because it's been a very busy weekend. I've had an exceptionally busy weekend and so have you. Friday, we were invited by Callum, who, if you watch the videos, you'll know every time something flies over and annoys us, we blame Callum, to RAF Coningsby to go and see the Typhoons. Tell us about that. Did you enjoy that?
That is wonderful. Are you going to show him a picture of me being learned about the suspension?
Dad had a good look around the Typhoon.
See how it works.
See how it all works. We were invited and Callum's able to sort of do a little come and visit us and checked us all in, and we got to look at the Typhoons and get up close and personal, and we got to see some Typhoon takeoffs.
Yep.
We got to see some vertical, sort of pretty much vertical takeoffs as they emergency scrambled, and
then we got some
normal
go
takeoffs.
to the shop takeoffs.
Yeah, and that was good.
And we saw an old aeroplane.
Yeah, what was it?
There was
the Gate Guardian.
there was the Supermarine Spitfires.
Yes.
We saw some of them.
Yep.
And we saw a
Lightning. Good times. Thanks, Callum. Thanks for inviting us. We had a great time.
Brilliant.
It would have been lovely to do a hi guys look round, but due to top secret, not allowed to do that.
But I do know a bit more about how the suspension works now.
So it was really nice. We had a good time there. And then yesterday, shout out to Rory who messaged me. He came all the way from Scotland with a car full of Proton parts.
Has he got a Proton then?
Ladies and gentlemen, no. He bought these for us, for the channel. I'm not going to show you all in the back of the van, but look, see here, 2 brand new Proton Satria door skins, useful, full Proton Wirra exhaust, boot carpet for a Wirra, all sorts of like bits and pieces and air filters and all sorts of stuff. We've got some brand new bits of trim and a whole boot van full of Proton stuff. Do you want to? I'll just show you quickly. You know, you'd be forgiven to think that this is the Ambiano upholstery and trim cleaner, but actually, it's all brand new Proton stuff. You know, look at that. Look, bumper insert, cool. Chrome bumper insert.
Must be a dealer that's got rid of its old stock, is it?
Yeah, it's all relays and bits and pieces and bits of trim. What's this? That's a piece of trim for Proton Savvy, if you want one. What's this? Some sort of something. What's that? Band assorted assembly. It's just loads and loads.
Exhaust brackets, isn't it?
And loads of stuff. Look, wing mirror trims, rear brake shoes. What's that? No idea. Some sort of spacer. Loads and 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 loads of stuff. Like, you know, trim.
You know what
stuff
it is?
that you'll never get. Brand new. I've got brand new seat covers in there.
Excellent.
Sadly, not for anything that we've got. And last but not least, I'll show you this. You'll like this.
Not a lot.
Ignore the fact that it's brown.
Right. It's got some clips.
It's got the clips. Dun, 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 dun.
What car's that off?
Sorry?
This
is Jumbuck or something. Something similar. It's just a generic scuff plate, but it's not the scuff plate we need, it's these clips. You know those impossible clips to find? Well, I've got loads of clips.
Loads?
Loads, I've got a whole load of them.
Oh, you certainly need them.
I've even got some brand new windows for a Proton Satria, which is good, because the GTI that we are going to restore eventually has got scratch windows.
Yeah? Has it got a tailgate in there?
We'll talk about that another day.
You need to see a bodywork man.
Well, we'll talk about that.
Somebody who knows about bodywork.
You might have a pleasant surprise.
The window out.
So thanks to Rory for coming down and bringing
Did he come
parts.
to the festival then?
That's the whole point. So if you've watched the videos on the channel, you know that, well, we had a chat, and I have to hold my hands up and say I did a bigger U-turn than, I don't know, Liz Truss or whatever, because I said I'm boycotting the Festival of the Unexceptional for a political reason, which I couldn't go into and I won't be going into. But the political reason resolved itself.
Oh, good.
And so I decided to attend the Festival of the Unexceptional.
Did you chuck your rattle out your pram?
No, I didn't, no. I was a bit upset about something I am not going to go into.
You just spat your dummy out?
No, not at all. There was a very, very specific...
You nearly spit your dummy out.
...political reason, and I'm not going to go into it, but it was resolved amicably.
Good.
And that's good. And also, they gave me this.
I know, you keep touching it.
Got my press and media pass now. No, the reason that we weren't going to go to the Festival of the Exceptional is due to having plans and commitments with another, not brand, but another person who essentially was attached to the Festival of the Unexceptional and then left. And we said we would do work with that person. And then
I did understand all the other influencers were saying, though, if you didn't go, they weren't going to go. Not. They just got to go and thank God for that.
We are, look, hey, now that's not very fair, because in the grand scheme of things, who the hell are we?
Loads of other influencers says, oh, I'm pleased that wannabe's not here.
We are nothing in the grand scheme of things. Talking about that, I did go to the Festival of the Exceptional because I resolved my differences, and the person who we were going to work with basically said, John, do both. It's not a problem for me. So happy days. Thanks for being gracious about it.
Excellent.
So I went to the Festival of the Exceptional.
Everybody's being nice to each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything.
I got there nice and early. I managed to get a ticket. It was an absolute sellout this year.
It looked very, very busy.
It was very, very busy. It was very, very warm. There was 1,250 cars registered to display.
Did anybody, I'm going to have to ask you this, son, did anybody ask you where Dad was?
Everybody I spoke to.
Good.
Where's Dad?
Yeah, what have you done with Dad?
Because as you quite rightly say, I'm nobody, mate. You're the star of the show.
Where's your dad?
Other stars of the show that were there. You had Matt from Furious Driving. Spoke to him.
Was Mr. Cowland there?
No, he wasn't. He was at a different event as well. I think he also, for the same political reason,
did he?
went to a different event. Steph from iDriver Classic was there as usual. You'd got Sniff and Smith.
Yes, they're always there.
You know, they're always there. That's Mr. Porter and Johnny Car Pervert. And also, insert photograph here, as the pink Honda Jazz roared past me, and I went, I recognise that, out got Francis Bourgeois, real name Luke somebody, who is now, a new presenter of the Grand Tour.
So he was telling me, I know him associated with trains and things.
He's the train guy.
You haven't mentioned some other superstar.
Who? Who?
The thing that, the nut that holds your drum cover on.
A Hubnut? He wasn't there, mate.
What?
Hubnut wasn't there.
What?
I know. It's just, there's, I think there's been a little bit of
Does he run out of stickers?
upset in that world. I'm not being drawn into this conversation.
No, best not.
Because again, in the grand scheme of things, we're nobodies.
Yeah,
and
don't get involved with that. Don't take sides.
It's a very, very, very interesting landscape.
Let the big boys fall out in the playground.
I'm not going to talk about it publicly.
Let's forget about it.
But it's very interesting, you know. It's very interesting how people treat each other in this world.
It's the same in any world.
I met lots of great people yesterday. A lot of people saying, John, I didn't think you was coming. I explained the situation. I was in and out. I had plans yesterday with my lady friend.
Did you tell them what Dad was doing, though?
What were you doing?
I was cutting some of your blinking edge. Eh? You're out there gallivanting, talking to the good and famous of the car world.
Networking.
I'm cutting your edge.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your bins were full anyway.
What do you expect? How do you think I'm going to pay for these Optimate 6s if I don't go out there, network, do the good people?
The way things are, me and the bear's going to have to work.
I did go to the Festival of Exceptional with the opinion of doing my video of picking this up from Rory, shout out to Rory again, going to the festival, having a stomp around and leaving Because as you know, if you watch any of the videos and go to the festival, normally it's me standing there from 6 o'clock in the morning, videoing every single bloody car coming in, and we get cold and tired and...
Was there anything that I would have really fell in love with?
Peugeot 406 Estate.
No, I've got one of them. I use it all day.
Let me talk to you about
Something
this.
special.
Because there's 2 videos on the channel already. Check them out if you haven't. The Concorde de l'Ordinaire and the Convoy of the Classics.
That Nissan Micra was a bit special, wasn't it?
Well, this is what I was going to talk about. Nissan Micra Vibe, 2,000 miles from new. Not immaculate, I won't lie. It wasn't Concorde. There were a few spots here and there, and a few bits that you've
It
gone...
hadn't been stood in a heated garage forever, has it? It's been an ordinary garage, no doubt.
It had been with its original owner, I believe,
Yeah.
until it was dragged out and is now being loved. It was trailered to the show.
And don't blame them.
But when it's got 2,000 miles on the clock, of course it was
A
trailered.
rather famous person from the Boston Classic Car Show wouldn't like that.
No, no, Mr. Simpson wouldn't like that being trailered.
He doesn't like
Doesn't
it.
like trailer queens, and I kind of get it, but actually...
I can do, mate. I can get it. Why take it out and get it chipped and damaged when you've got something as special as that?
I mean, just saying, I drive my Black Knight there every year, but that's a different thing. Anyway, would you like to know what won?
I want to say the Nissan Micra, but I don't think it was.
Well, that was my pick. That's what I wanted to win.
Yeah.
I left before the winners, but because I got my press and media pass, you see, I got to find out from the press release. We'll do the countdown. In at number 3.
Yes, that was on one of your videos. Somebody said that one.
In at number 3, Ford Focus.
Yeah, that's Grandad's Focus.
It was Grandad's Focus, and I said in my video, again, watch it, it's on the channel, it's not necessarily about the car, it's about the stories as well.
Too right.
And it was Grandad's car, Dad restored it, and then now the grandson has it, and I overheard him say, will never get rid of this car. So that was in at number 3. In at number 2, something that was a very nice survivor, Toyota Previa.
Aye.
Minibus, van, 7-seater-y thing. I think it'd done something like 40,000 miles from new.
I'm getting a bit excited now.
What, to find out number 1?
Yeah.
Well, number 1...
Shall I be surprised?
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Because I was surprised too. Because it wasn't perfect.
No.
In fact, when I saw it, I went, oh, that's a shame, because all the lacquer was peeling off the bonnet. In at number 1 was a 2001 Volkswagen Polo.
Right, yes.
Belonging to Gordon McNeil. Again, it's about the story.
Yeah.
Gordon McNeil has owned that Polo 20 years. It's his first and only ever car. He's driven the Nürburgring in it. He took his now wife to the church or wherever in it and got married in the car. And it's done 176,000 miles. So, it's his car.
It is.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's his everyday car. It's in good condition, considering it's a 2001 Polo. When did you last see a Polo, really?
Yeah,
of that
'cause
era?
They've all been
killed.
They've all been killed
And
or
Gordon-
modified by horrible little 20-year-olds.
Gordon is keeping it alive. The fact that it's his first and only car,
That's
very nice.
cool, that
So
is.
the story there won the show, in my opinion.
It must have been.
And it's totally original in that it's not been restored. So
Oh, right, and he's looked after it as well.
just looked after
He
it.
hasn't abused it like I have
No.
my Peugeot. Then.
176,000 miles on the clock, and I did, when I saw it, sort of walk past it a little bit because it didn't tickle my fancy.
That's the only car that person has ever had.
It's his first and only car.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man after my own heart. Why change stuff when it's good?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that was the winner of the
Are you
festival.
going to get another car? No. What's wrong with
This one, it works. Anyway, so there's 2 videos on the channel. There's a third one coming, which is the Jon
That's a
Coupland
justified
picks.
winner, that, isn't it? It's not something that's been restored to within an inch of its life, especially for the show.
Or bought purposefully to win the festival Unexceptional.
Well, can you buy cars like that?
Well, yeah, there's been times where people have bought things purposefully, isn't there?
Because some of the cars, I've seen them there, mate, they are absolutely kin pristine, mate,
Yeah.
aren't they? They're better than when they were left the factory, some of
Yeah.
them.
But that is this guy's sort of daily driver.
Ah, I love that.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. So
Yeah.
a justified winner, and actually I understand now why the judges made that decision.
Yeah. It's not about the car.
Yeah.
It's about the story.
Now we're waffling, and this is turning into a long Pistons.
Right, I'm finished.
But well, we're not finished
I agree,
because
I agree with your winner, though. I think that's what the Festival of the Unexceptional is all about. It's not just like I've brought... Because let's face it, you can bring loads of cars to the car show, and the judges will say, well, that's frigging brilliant. That's frigging brilliant. Who's going to win? It's got to be, hasn't it? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think one of the reasons that the Black Knight one was the story.
I said to you when you got there, I says, you're not the best here, boy, but you're not the worst.
No, exactly. And it was the story and the fact that it was totally original. It hadn't been restored. And when did you last see one?
Anyway.
Lots of people.
That's another decade ago, nearly.
Well, it's a long time ago now, yeah. Five years. Old. I'm old news, mate. Old news.
Yeah.
John who?
Oh, John who, yeah. Oh, him, oh, yeah.
He's the bloke that waves at everyone when they come in. Anyway, Festival Exceptional, good. I enjoyed it.
Okay, shut up now.
Yeah, stop talking about that now. Because we have got something coming to the channel.
I'm going to go now.
It's a surprise car that I've gone and bought. Yes. Now, hang on a minute, because normally what happens on the channel is I buy a car.
You do know there's two people who I'm now, next time I meet them, will be rude to them.
Yeah. See, let me tell you the story. I'm not going to spoil it too much, but there is a series coming to the channel of me attempting to commit the perfect crime, ladies and gentlemen. And can I buy a car, do it up, MOT it, and sell it without you even knowing about it?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes.
The trouble is, I know both these conspirators.
Yeah.
I know both of these conspirators.
So yeah.
I know them very well, both of them.
Yeah. So you've been hoodwinked.
And I can't even say, but round here I can't. A bunch of
Bastards.
worse than that.
This is the story. You quite rightly get a little bit upset, as do some people on the internet, but it's my money and I'm an adult and I can do what I want. Get a little bit upset.
That sentence is full of blooming
the fact that
inaccuracies.
sometimes I just buy a car on a whim and don't do anything with the others. And then you have to fix them and it causes a little bit of umbrage. Anyway, you said to me, if you buy another car that I have to work on, you are losing your mechanic. Scary times, because as you know, I need my mechanic. Audi TT is broken. So I thought, what if I buy a car and you don't know about it? I get my dopamine fix of buying the car and I sell it. I said to you, yeah, but hang on a minute.
So you bought the car off one man and then sold it to another man?
No. You are going to have to watch the series to find out what happens.
Are these people actually on the film?
No.
So the world won't know what a bunch of these people are then? They're camera shy, are they?
But they are mentioned, and we're going to do a follow-up video with the car because it is now being fully restored to Concours edition.
Oh, right. Is that in the Midlands somewhere?
Somewhere at Gaydon, and it's pretty much done. And it's incredible. Anyway, I've bought a surprise car. And
well, I hope all his head gaskets go.
that might give you a clue. Anyway, so that's coming to the channel very soon. Also, work that we've got to do this month, the Audi TT. It's broken again. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to think about it.
I want you to scrap it.
But it's booked in for an MOT. We need to get it through an MOT. That's the plan. Rover 75.
If anybody wants an Audi TT, please come and buy it.
Don't buy it. It's shit. The Audi TT is broken.
Buy it for spares.
The Rover 75 is going for an MOT. I don't envisage
The bodywork's not bad.
being any problems there. And my white Proton 1.5 SE also needs a check
Do you
over.
mean Jeff?
No, Nab.
Oh. What's happened to Jeff?
Sleeping.
Sleeping? He's died.
It's not died. It's asleep.
It's just dying.
It's asleep.
I bet the battery's died.
No, it's on charge.
What, with an Optimate?
Not with an Optimate, no.
Oh, right, it is died then.
So Proton Nab is also getting a MOT. So 3 cars MOT'd this month, or next month.
Nab's a good car.
Yeah, I know. That's why we need to get it on.
It's a pity. You should be using it as a daily.
Road tax.
What is it?
That's the problem. Oh, about £1 billion.
It's not that much.
Also coming.
In Tigers, 100 and something.
Also coming, aircon update on the Peugeot 406. And can I sound like everybody else on the internet?
Yes.
When are we doing my Proton GTI?
Got to sell some cars first.
Yeah, exactly. Any other business before we end this Pistons?
No, it's been an enjoyable 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a lot longer than that.
Yeah, let us edit some of it out then.
Right, so the takeaway from today's video is lots of you have watched, lots of you have subscribed, thank you very much. We fixed the smart car, it's doing really well. We've had a couple of days out at some good classic car shows. I'm going to hopefully get a go around in a Proton Satria. The rally car, we've got loads of stuff to test out, we've got loads of parts to catalogue. Photo was great. Loads of content on the channel with that, and we've got some cars to fix, and there is a whole series of surprise cars coming to the channel. How do you feel about that?
Well, no, next time I see these people, I shall be very rude to them.
Why? Are you upset?
I'm going to be very, very rude to them, and I might not even speak to them.
There you go.
People I've known since they were teenagers, one of them since he was at school. Yeah.
And they've helped me to commit the perfect crime.
One of them, I sent him away because his locking wire was no good.
The best thing is, you've seen this car and were none the wiser. You looked at it, admired it.
It wasn't that good on the drive.
It is now.
Good.
Anyway, right, good. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
They've been putting some effort in there.
Don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, do all the usual stuff. You're really upset about the surprise car, aren't you? See you later.
Don't watch him.
The good news is if you ever die midway through a shoot, because you always wear the same clothes, I can just like AI you.
Good.
You know, what's Dad going to wear in this video? It's going to be his white shoes, his purple t-shirt and his beige shorts.
These are nearly dead, these pearl shorts.
Hey, well, there you go. You know what people are going to have to send you for your birthday?
You can't get them anymore.
Dear me. Right, here we go.
I can't see now, Gromit.
Yeah, I know.
I've started to put my hat
You
on.
have to squint. Hat?
Yeah, can I put my hat
Or
on?
at?
Can I put my hat on?
No.
Oh.
Continuity editor wouldn't like that. So you halfway through hat on, hat off, hat on, hat off.
Oh.
I think this is amateur hour. Oh, hang on.
In the extreme.
Right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, it's quite bright, actually.
Should we both have hats on?
Why don't I have a hat?
I can lend you a hat. I can lend you a Proton hat.
Oh. I mean, where did you get that from?
Were you?
Oh, so you can't lend me my own hat, mate.
Who gave it to me?
Let's crack on.
Oh, okay. Crack on.
Ready?
I've been ready for ages.
I know,
I'm just looking at jobs
I've just got to get the thing back.
You just got to get your cheese, have you, or something?
Cheese, yeah, from it. Right, here we go. I don't know how to start this one.
Well, I'll tell you what. Start it like I just answered that phone call from the.
Do you want to do it? Do you want to lead the Pistons?
I said, now then, mate, what can we do for you?
Now then, mate. And I don't like any of that. Actually, let's start again.
That's trash, that, isn't it?
That was trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a hat on halfway through.
Please don't do that.
Production quality is pretty poor today.
I'm not with it. I'm not switched on. I spent all day being on. Right, here we go.
You sound like your hairdresser. You wouldn't believe it, darling. I was on all day.
Thanks for watching this latest episode of Pistons, the podcast. Another one is coming shortly, but if you haven't caught up yet, there's previous episodes on this page now. And don't forget to hit subscribe to always get caught up with the latest podcast.